I feel that the combination of my main product and ancillary text is of a high standard. I concentrated in great detail, ensuring that all of the products linked together and making sure that from an audience's point of view, you could easily tell that the radio trailer and newspaper advert were advertising the documentary and that they were all part of the same package. When creating my newspaper advert, I re-looked over my documentary, thinking of a particular image that I could take of my granddad, which captured the true essence of the documentary. Originally, I wanted to take a picture of him staring into the camera that I could focus on his face, and I could then adjust the photo and edit and make his eyes really stand out and make his eyes the focus of the advert. However, because when I went to take the picture he was very resistant, I just started taking photos of him as he was sat down in his everyday life. And I ended up taking a nice photo of him with his head in his hands looking into the distance. I feel that this truly sums up the documentary much better than my original idea, because it shows everyday life in a natural way and it represents him exactly how he is without being staged or a false representation. Therefore, it links to the main documentary as the same man is being represented in the same way, so vulnerable, distant, in his own world. I feel that the image is very well composed despite not being originally planned or set up, because it is representing the real life events of the situation. I also had already set up the specific lighting that I had planned for my original photo, which I had in mind. I made sure that natural light from the window was facing my granddad's face, and I also shone a light above his head to make sure that he was well lit. I then edited the photo anyway, to brighten it and to darken the edges with the burnout tool, just so it stood out a bit more, and so that it looked suitable for a newspaper advert. I feel that the photo came up really well and was what I expected from the use of the Canon 550D. I then chose to use the same font for the text on the newspaper advert as I chose to use for the text within the documentary, so that they all link together visually. I feel that even the small details such as the font helps to link the items together, ensuring that the audience can clearly see what the products are trying to achieve. And by including the name of the documentary and all of the products, it shows the consistency and that they're all part of the same package for the same documentary. For my radio trailer, I've included similar facts which I've used in the documentary. For example, on my documentary even, I've used the fact 1 in 5 people over the age of 80 and over have some form of dementia. And for my radio trailer, I've used the fact over 750,000 people in the UK have dementia. I've used different facts which imply the same thing. The reason for the use of different facts is because the same point is being put across without it being too repetitive. It shows that the two link together, but it also meets the requirements of the brief and the purpose of the radio trailer, as it isn't giving too much away by copying the same fact which the documentary uses, but yet it's enticing the audience to want to find out more, which is the whole purpose of the radio trailer. From my voiceover saying, "Go behind the scenes to see how one family is coping with this life-changing illness," it links to the documentary because it's summing up and explaining what it's all about, which is why they work well as a combination. The radio trailer then includes snippets from the documentary, which are key points which create an emotional feeling and show the true essence of the documentary. At the end of the radio trailer, the voiceover says the name of the documentary and then the same date and time of the newspaper advert, so Wednesday the 18th of January, 9 PM. The final thing the radio trailer says is Channel 4, so this is sort of the final promotion for the radio trailer that it gives out, and it links to the newspaper advert. Throughout the radio trailer, I used the same music track that I chose for the documentary, so a piece of music called Sleepy Eyes. I decided to use the same piece of music so that it's very obvious that they're all part of the same package, and the radio trailer is initially made to advertise and promote the documentary. Therefore, I feel as though I have met the initial requirements of the brief, which is what I'd set out to do. As a whole, I feel that all 3 of my products have managed to meet the original aims that I have had for them. So for the documentary, I wanted to create an emotional extract which is educational and eye-opening to a wide variety of people. For the radio trailer, I wanted to use key moments, which are emotional snippets of voice, which can capture the key parts of the documentary to help sum it up and to show how the people are feeling. I wanted it to clearly advertise the documentary and be linked to it through consistency between itself and the documentary. For the newspaper advert, I wanted to present a distressing image of a man who's lost in his own world and confused. And I managed to capture that image. I've also kept consistency through the fonts and themes which are coming out from the image. However, if I was to change anything regarding the consistency of the three products, I would have concentrated more on finding a really specific moment where in the documentary my granddad's dementia really comes through, and it's shown quite prominently, and put it in the radio trailer. I had found a piece I liked, but due to some of the sound issues that I had with the documentary, I didn't use it. However, I did find a replacement piece which is emotional and links with the other sound snippets which I've used anyway. I'm really pleased with how the combination of the main products and two ancillary texts has turned out. I feel that they clearly represent a product with two other products which are advertising and promoting it. They have clear representations within them which all tie in with one another, and I'm happy with how it turned out.